Do I believe Mending Hearts saved my life? Absolutely. Absolutely, they saved my life, and I didn't even know it needed saving. Somewhere around 26 or 28, that's when the grips of addiction took over my life. And it was at a place where I just didn't have the fight left in me anymore. And it was more because I didn't have somewhere to go. I didn't have the resources or the support or the things that people need to get on their feet. Mending Hearts allows us to have that place for women to come to start over. I think that's why it's so important to have housing incorporated with our clinical services, because who knows, I might not have had to go through the last 5 or 6 years of my addiction if I had had stable housing, somewhere to go, people that helped me. And instead of relying on men or family or whoever women have, you know, I didn't have that stability. I didn't have that. I think that's why I went back so many times. It was a revolving cycle that never stopped once it started. I can remember this one night in particular. I was in a relationship with a guy, and it was all drug related. There was no relationship, it was just based in drugs. I remember after a fight we had had, and I was hurt pretty bad, I can remember walking outside, and it was like, I prayed. God, if you're there, you're gonna have to do something, because I can't. I wanna get high more than I want to leave. And I knew that if I left, I wouldn't get high tomorrow. And if I stayed, he was probably gonna kill me. And that's how the God of my understanding worked that out. The next morning I was arrested. A divine intervention happened that night. I came to Mending Hearts after doing about 3.5 years. They pro-mandated me to come here. Wasn't real happy about being here. Didn't have a lot of options. Things I'd done in my life, my family was done. This was kind of like my last hope. And I remember walking in the door, and I was scared to death. I thought, what in the world have I walked into? It was the first time that I had walked in, and everybody was happy. Everybody's happy and in and out, and it was like overwhelming, the amount of love that the people were showing. And little Brittany, she come in and was checking my things, and it was so nice because she folded everything back. It's like she took such good care of making sure my things were exactly the way they were when I come in. And then she was like, come on, let's go. I'm gonna take you to your house. And we walked all the way down. She helped me get set up. And it was very safe, very safe. There was a time in my life where I had not left anything but destruction, hurt, misery behind me. I had left nothing good that someone at my funeral could say about me. You couldn't say anything nice about me. And today, if you know who Valerie is, I'm genuine and I'm honest. I'm loyal, and Mending Hearts gave me that. They gave me my respect back. One thing I tell my ladies daily is don't let your past mistakes determine your future. I think that's one thing as women we know. I mean, we know what the bad looks like. We know what it feels like to be abused. We know what it looks like to have to answer to someone that don't have our best interests at heart, and that's familiar. And the scary part is stepping into something you don't know. When you don't know what's coming, that's scary. And so I would just tell them, be brave. Step out into it. Just give it a try. What do you have to lose? And I think, what if I hadn't done that? What if I had not had the courage or the willingness just to walk in here? I have to think that a God greater than I am created that way before I had any say in it. And all I had to do is just show up and be willing to do what was asked of me. And every day since then, my life has exponentially changed. When I come into these doors every day, I know that I am giving back to a community that for so many years I took from. It is a blessing to get to come in and watch these women's lives be transformed in the same way that mine was. There's nothing quite like watching the lights come back on in someone's eyes that have been so dimmed for so long. It's when you come to work and you get to see the difference you make in someone's life. You're the first person that's listened. You're the first person they could trust. You're the first person that showed them love in a very long time. That love and that support didn't stop with just being a client. It went on into my professional life too. Had it not been for Mending Hearts, I wouldn't be who I am today. They seen something in me I didn't see in myself, helped me go back and get an education, provided me with a career. And the best thing about it was I didn't have to stay here if I didn't want to. That was never part of the deal. The deal was you may use it here, you may not. But whatever that looks like, you'll have something to go with. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. That's the kind of spirit that is here at this place. They just want what's best for you, even if it's not here. And that has made all the difference in the world to me. I have a family today, and it's not just blood family. I have a support system that is out of this world, something I've never had before. And there are women, and they support me, and we come together. Mending Hearts gave me that.